Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. We're picking up where we left off here with Return to Eulmore. By the way, his face lights up at your approach. The manager of suites has been waiting for you. Interesting. Ah, Mistress Faye, I trust you had a pleasant rest? While you were ensconced in your chamber, a message arrived for you from the exarch. He bid you come to the ocular at your earliest convenience. And, madam, wherever your duties may take you next, I shall pray for your safe return. May the night keep you. Okay, what's going on here? It feels like everyone's just bidding us farewell. That can't be a good sign. But, yeah, let's go see the exarch and see what he has to say. Yes, I have business with the exarch.
There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest? That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Lightwardens, restoring night to much of Northrend. Only one remains, that of Kholusia. And with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Northrend once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First, a chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th umbral calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins. Twould be churlish of me to deny. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything? In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiark born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiark's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiark, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes, yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiark, Hydaelyn was created with the power to innovate. Her singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you, two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects. Strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiark, but the very star. Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the Sundering, me being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard, a flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely ascian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot.
Augmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo, I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you. Oh, don't look at me like that. You, for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Lightwarden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Kholusia sends word of unusual activity in Eulmore. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vauthry is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Lightwarden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Eulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Kholusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in right. There we may assess the situation in Eulmore and decide how best to proceed.
Fascinating. That was all so fascinating. We've not spoken for a while, have we? Not since the aftermath of the Eater's attack. Rest assured I am fully recovered and will do my utmost to support you and your fellow warriors of darkness. Yes, did my lesson provoke thoughts, giving rise to further questions? 3 of you escaped the Sundering, but what of those who didn't? Why, their very beings were divided into 14, of course. Yet by our power, we unsundered ascians may rise up one of their fragments to their original office. But I suppose that in itself bears explaining. So, the names by which you know us are not, in fact, our names. Be it Elidibus or La Habrea or Igayorm, all are titles of office. And when an office is vacated, it may be filled by another. Over the eons, I have overseen several changing of the guard amongst our sundered brethren. And in such instances, the vacant title originally goes to the another fragment of the selfsame soul. While it is by no means impossible to raise up wholly unrelated individuals, 'tis we who favoring entreaties brought forth Lord Zodiark, whose soul he claimed in the beginning, who make the truest servants. So if we were to defeat all the ascians of the Source, there may come a day when I reveal my true name to you, but this is not it. Of course, you may well die none the wiser, but life is full of such disappointments. Your condition is unchanged? Good. If you can but hold out until the end of the coming battle, I'm confident we will find a remedy for your affliction. He sounds confident about that. I'm not so sure how I feel. But, yeah, let's head back. I'm still kind of reeling from the last video that I did. Like, was that really his past that we saw? Because that would mean it was in Ishgard, wasn't it? Had to have been. But this might be the last time we actually look at the sky. It's both pretty and... yeah. I mean, I actually kind of enjoyed having so much bright light, but I do kind of miss having darkness fall every once in a while. If nothing else, it has made it pretty easy to film. If nothing else, it's been making these videos a lot easier because usually I try to wait until morning. That way it's easy to see everything. So this might make things a little bit more complicated. Been a while since we've been back here, though, now that I think of it. Not since we met up with Alphino again. So we are definitely... yeah, so we're definitely going to be going up to the higher cliffs. Not sure how we're going to get up there just yet. I mean, I'm assuming it has something to do with that strange metal contraption strapped to the wall. But we'll worry about that when we get there. And you know what I just realized? We could have just teleported straight there to this other village, but I did not see the other aetheryte crystal, so... alright. Almost there. You can see the crystal spinning. There you are, Claire. The others have gone on ahead to reconnoiter Gate Town. We are to follow shortly. It's been a while, has it not, since the two of us infiltrated Eulmore? Since we faced Lord Vauthry, and I felt such fury as I never felt before. His actions were unconscionable, of course, and any abhorrence I felt for him entirely justified. Yet mingled with my rage there was something else. At first I was unsure what it was, but in the course of our struggles I found the answer. In Vauthry's self-righteousness and his absolute belief that he, and he alone, is the cure to the world's ills, I saw a reflection of myself, and it brought the memories of all my past follies flooding back. He is the vainglorious, ignorant fool I once was, and having shared in his affliction, I felt duty-bound to open his eyes to the truth. Whether he will accept it with a good grace I did is another question. We'll find out. What is it, Reen? Do you sense the Lightwarden? I'm not sure. The aura is different. Perhaps if we were a little closer. It is time we were on our way in any case. Let us join our comrades in Gate Town. Claire, as a precaution, may I ask you to go first to ensure that the path is clear? The closer we are to Eulmore, the more I worry that Reen may be recognized. If you see any prying eyes along the way, pray encourage their owners to look elsewhere. Well, that's a nice way of saying go ahead and beat them up. Go on, Claire. We will follow anon. As I am now, I don't think people will recognize me as the Oracle, but Thancred always did warn against taking unnecessary risks. Maybe she should have changed her clothes. That might have helped. So let's us head down this way. I just want to avoid any unnecessary trouble, so I'm just sticking to the wall. But it looks like we're coming across somebody in a moment. Oh, here we go. Delirious Youth. You okay? You hail the citizen, but he does not respond and continues his incoherent rambling. Agitated man. Are you okay? Lord Vauthry, we hear. We obey. Okay, that's not at all creepy. Okay, so they were taken care of. What's going on here? I know they said before that Vauthry has some kind of power of mind control, but yeah, that was kind of freaky. Oh no, is this gonna be another one? Long live Lord Vauthry. Long live Lord Vauthry. Well, at least he didn't attack us. I want to get there and find out what's going on because this is getting kind of strange, I guess. I guess that's the nicest way to put it. Okay. That's very strange. Our mission hath begun on a strange note. Oh, thank you. Someone else sees it. Is everyone okay? What's happening? What's wrong with everyone? Wish I knew, buddy. Ah, good of you to join us. I was debating whether to warn you, but it's too late now. I take it you noticed the people behaving strangely along the path? It's more of the same here. Y'shtola and Alize are investigating as we speak. Let's wait and see what they have to say. Alright, so that's the end of that one for now, and yeah, we'll take some of those. They look good enough. The gears are clearly turning in Urianje's mind. Why don't you ask him what he makes of all this? Okay, so the next quest is A Feast of Lies. Urianje is trying to make sense of the strange phenomenon afflicting the residents of Gate Town.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vauthry's mind control. Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and curiouser. We met with no trouble en route. My thanks for securing the way. But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishia, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Eulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave. Not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things. And whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what happened here.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vauthry starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
'Tis like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armoraine.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vauthry after a while. Not as bad as the rest, mind you.
Newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Eulmore doles his stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. I know what it is. It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vauthry wieldeth power over Sin Eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? It would serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up sin eaters and feeding them to people, altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
These sin eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave. Let us put in... Vauthry's deeds are beyond justification, beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Lightwarden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it. But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
Now that was officially disgusting to hear about. My heart is gripped by an unshakable sense of foreboding. Let us proceed with all care. We are like to encounter Ranjit again. One can only hope he's still licking his wounds. Yet even without him, Eulmore is an immensely defensible city, as you doubtless gleaned during your visit. When last I set foot inside its walls, I almost mistook it for dear old Limsa, but it is full of unpleasant surprises, all of which is a long way of saying be on your guard. The uppermost level of the city houses Vauthry's chambers. He must keep the warden close. Mule is Sin Eater? Wicked white. We all scoffed the stuff without a second thought. I never got near as much as the others, but oh. The bitter greens and bony fish I got by on don't seem so bad no more. I'm fine, Claire. Shaking with fury, but fine. Let's go. That Vauthry should so brazenly exert his influence over the people bespeaks his desperation. He will not go quietly. Huh, good. When we step through the gates, we shall not find the place of hedonistic pleasure we remember, but a battlefield. If you are prepared for this, then let us sally forth.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain. Ah! It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise! Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
Long live Lord Vauthry.
He would use his own people as shields.
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vauthry's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alphino. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
Feast of Lies. Wow. I guess there's so many people queuing up for this, I have to wait my turn. Do no more than is necessary to subdue the citizens. And they're all moving like mummies or zombies here. At least we have a lot of backup. We're wasting time. Reen, we will hold them here while the others press on. Oh, all right. Have care, you two. The rest of you, with me.
May the 12 guide you.
Their minds are not their own, remember. Avoid harming them wherever possible. Easier said than done. Oh, it looks like we also have soldiers here. I wish all my enemies were this weak. If only there weren't so many of them. There is no end to them. Oriange, would you care to make a stand? Gladly. Claire, pray press on with the others when the opportunity doth arise. I see where this is going now. It's just gonna be us and the twins. And we haven't even made it inside yet. The way's clear. Come on, you two. Confound it! More of them! And we were almost through. Right, my turn to make a heroic stand. As soon as there's a lull, push on. Now, Claire, into the tower. Just you take care, Alize. The gestures from before. Oh, those two. Apologies, friends, but you've reached a dead end, and on this sorry track, there's no turning back. We've a good life here, see, and we're not about to lose it. But fair's fair, we'll give you a good death. If you would fight us of your own volition, then we will not hold back. This one's a real side spitter. But at least you'll die laughing. Again, that's not a rhyme. Uh-oh. Come on, ladies, why don't you focus on me? Alphino, I don't think hitting them with your grimoire is helping. Cast your spells. So, not everyone here is under the influence of Sin Eater, I suppose. Let us climb to the canopy, from where we will take the crown's lift. So we just run up the stairs again. Still more soldiers. Leave them to me and press on. Thank you. So now it's just us. Typical. So who are we going to be meeting up here, I wonder?
You will find my master in his chamber. But only should you kill me this day, and you will not.
Why do you go so far?
You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vauthry's ideals of my own volition. Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Alright, so this looks like the final battle, at least with Ranjit. Ever since I submitted to my master's authority, I have been naught but a weapon. I mean, we kind of have an idea of how he fights thanks to Thancred. I exist only to destroy, and destroy you I will. You can try. But what about all the other Menphilias that you fought and trained with? What would they say if they saw you like this? It's almost like you're disrespecting their memory and all that they sacrificed. I get it. I mean, I get it. It's just... if they were here, I don't think that they would be happy with you. At this point, though, I don't think he really cares if he lives or dies anymore. And, okay, this isn't good. This isn't good. What do I do? Oh, okay. Oh, that was close. I didn't think that would work. Nice to see that he didn't use up all of his tricks against Thancred, though, because then that might be boring. Okay, and we'll just take down this one. Should be good. It is time we settled this, villain. Oh, really? We're still villains to you? Well, I guess if you really want to look deeply into it, I suppose you could say that we are somewhat like villains. But still, there's no need to be rude. We're almost there. nowhere near as tough as it was with Pancreas, though. That one took forever. I mean, are we gonna have to kill him? Is there really no other alternative? If you would pass me, you must endure all I have learned on the battlefield, for I am a weapon forged in the fires of war. Uh-oh. Now I'm starting to get nervous. Oh, we have to kill these things. Alright, we're almost there. Come on. Ah, there you are. My precious girls. That's sad. That was really sad, that last line he said. But maybe it was a kindness. Are you all right, Claire? About time you all caught up. The citizens appear to have calmed down for the moment. I can only assume Vauthry is otherwise engaged. Let's get to the upper level while we can.
Lord Vauthry! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused! And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance. For the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Remorse? For the future of all? What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? conceited? No. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah! Oh, yes, of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Oh God, no. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Where did he go?
In the heavens? Did Vauthry do that?
How will we get up there?
Wait! That is Mount Gulg, the highest peak in Kholusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now. But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds.
I'll help too.
Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vauthry's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
Did he have, like, those tiny baby wings just sprout from his back? That was strange. Oh, man, this is exhausting here. Does this mean we can finally use the Aetheryte? No. Really? After all that? Good news, Claire. It would seem that Reen is indeed able to reverse the effects of Vauthry's influence. Even as we speak, she tends to the afflicted in turn. The problem being, there's no end to them. We're trying to provide what relief we can to those who are waiting, and would appreciate your help, if you're willing. Okay, so I think that's a good place to end it. So, the next one... Oh, wait, now we can use the Aetheryte! Alright, but the next one is called Paradise Fallen, but we'll continue that in the next video. So, thank you all again, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon.